Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown on the MHRT network, as well as my own channel, Broncos Breakdown on YouTube. I almost skipped this part, which is important. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments along with yours in the chat. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys, hope each and every one of you had a fantastic week. We're in the first Friday of November. Actually, second Friday. Yeah, second Friday, November. But anyways, I mean, this year just flew by. Absolutely flew by. And we're just weeks away from Thanksgiving, which is one of my favorite holidays. And then, of course, in December, we have Christmas, January, the New Year, and on and on. So, guys, I hope you had a fantastic week. Thank you so much for chiming in and jumping on and watching and listening, on a busy Friday heading into a weekend, which is a very long weekend for those of you who are still working. I'm retired partially. I still work at the golf course, but my main income is retirement. But in any case, there's a Veterans Day on Monday. And when I worked for the school district in maintenance, I always knew when the holidays fell, where they were going to be, planned, all that kind of. Since I've retired and I only work at the golf course, part-time, in the golf course, never closes for anything. So I lose track of holidays. But I was reminded that this coming Monday is Veterans Day. My hat goes off to each and every service person, whether it be military of any branch, firefighters, police officers, medical personnel, whatever, veterans. And I know it's regarding the military. I get that and I appreciate that. But we have to thank each and every person out there that puts their life on the line, their career, that kind of thing, to help and save people from various situations. So enjoy this long weekend, but remember, Veterans Day Monday is to honor those who are our heroes, and that includes a lot of people. All right, let's get to the chat real quick. Graham is in the chat. Batting leadoff says epic intro. Thanks, man. I didn't do it. Or if you're talking about the music, whatever, but the other intro, hey, thanks, man. I really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. Cameron Parker, hey, Cam, how you doing, man? Says, oh, hi, Bill. Thanks for stopping in, Cam. Really do appreciate it, man. Really do appreciate it. Okay, let's I'm disgusting. Oh, no, you must be talking about what Graham said. Hopefully that's what you're talking about, Cam. Anyways, all right. Let's get into the show. It's like 99% Broncos because that's what I try and do. I mean, other topics come in, but that's what it is. Broncos Ravens Recap. You're not really going to like what I have to say, but that's okay. Because, like I said at the intro, brought to you with emotion, passion, and honesty. Reason why honesty was done last is because that's the last thing I want you to remember. Emotion and passion is all well and good, but this show is about being honest. I don't bring any fabricated stories in. I don't make things up. I bring the truth. And I bring the feelings, the passion that I have and what I see and what I feel. Okay? You guys can feel and say what you want. I appreciate that. Say it in the chat. I'll welcome it. I'll bring it up. Here is my take on the Broncos-Ravens game. Now, I'm going to start out by saying DNC. No, I don't mean Democratic National Convention. I'm talking about the Broncos did not compete. And people are going to say, wait a minute. We competed. We tried to get those plays on first down, those completions on fourth down. We tried to convert on fourth down. No. The reason why I say D and C for did not compete on the Broncos side is because you not only have to compete on the field, you have to compete coach against coach, offense against offense, defense against defense. You have to compete that way. I did not see the Broncos doing that on the Ravens. And here's why. Okay. First possession by the Broncos at the opening kickoff. The ball was thrown high by Bo Nix. And I think it was Cortland Sutton. I'm not sure. It might have been. I don't recall. It was tipped in the air, intercepted by the Ravens. Right down the field. Touchdown. Okay. Then the Broncos had a fumble. And the Ravens got it. Then the Broncos had 3 fourth down tries. One was a beautiful pass. Too long, though, that would have been a touchdown. I know if those plays had worked, things may have been different, but they didn't work. And I know that when I say did not compete, I'm not talking about will. I'm talking about mind game. Not head games, but using your mind, doing what you have to do to change what's happening on the field. Plays should have been called differently. Personnel should have been called differently or put in differently. That's what I'm talking about. Did not compete. Biggest blowout of the week. 41-10 was the final. Now, the Raiders gave up 41 points as well, but they lost 41-24. Okay, that's a 14-point difference than what Denver did. Did the Broncos compete? To a certain degree, but they left a lot of opportunities and things and points on the field. They had a chance to go for a field goal. And I understand. I heard Sean Payton say to that very thing, why'd you go for it? He said, we felt we needed to score touchdowns against the Ravens because of their offense. Okay, fine. You knew you had to score touchdowns. But to me, the play calling and just, it was just out of sync. I can't explain it any other way. Everybody was way off page. Way off page. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I have no idea. But it was crazy. Bo Nix was off. Receiver routes were off. Defense was totally off. Couldn't stop anybody. Key was just pathetic out there on the edge. He just had no clue. Just none whatsoever. It was crazy, man. And I know I got into the first. Cameron Parker says, "You mean DNC does not count?" Yeah, that's another good one. We could use that one too. Somebody named Facebook user says, "Hey, Broncos Bill." I say, "Hey, what's up, Facebook user?" It's Humphrey. Cameron Parker said it was Humphrey that fumbled. That's right. It was Humphrey that fumbled. I just everybody was off that game. Just completely off that game. Let's see. Graham chimed in and says, sure, the first pass wasn't great, but you got to adjust as a wide receiver. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You have to. You can't just jump up and let it hit your hand and hope for the best, because the best is not going to be an incomplete pass. That's for sure. That's not what's going to happen. I totally blew it. Didn't put up the main page. I got so excited about, just doing the show and everything. But let me click on it real quick, which is the Broncos Ravens recap. So there it is. It's official, so to speak. Anyways, and on that follow-up note of that game, I'm going to jump down and do the huge loss, because that is what some of the players and Sean Payton said about that loss to the Ravens. Here it is. Following Sunday's loss to the Ravens, the Broncos lamented, which means angrily and, just sad and all that. Anyways, Broncos lamented a series of missed chances in their 41-10 embarrassing effort. Bo Nix said, and I quote, "There were a lot of what ifs in this game. And the fact of the matter is we got our butts kicked," end quote. Can't say it any plainer than that, guys. You cannot say it any plainer than that. It could be a little harsher instead of saying, but you can say we got our ass kicked. Yeah, they did. They did. And it started from the very beginning series. And it steamrolled southward after that. Let me continue. Sean Payton added this about the game, and I quote, "We were beat in pretty much all three phases," meaning offense, defense, special teams, right? That's our three phases. And I'm still quoting, "We didn't do nearly enough things well enough to give ourselves a chance in the fourth quarter," end quote. You think? Of course you didn't do anything better in the first three quarters. You expect to get, make up 31 points in the fourth? Are you kidding me? No, that's never going to happen. The only way that happens is fluke, big time. Kickoff, fumble, recovery, touchdown. Kickoff, fumble, kickoff, interception, return for touchdown. I mean, it's 99.999% impossible. Is it? Microscopic. Maybe. Not likely. Not likely at all. All right, let me continue. Denver's next game doesn't get any easier on the road against the Chiefs. And I'll get into that. As you can see, the very last, next to last topic is the Broncos-Chiefs prediction. So I'll get into that in just a little bit. All right, let's go back to the comments real quick before I jump into the third topic. Cameron Parker says, "I wouldn't say Bo Nix was off, to be honest." Bo Nix wasn't off? That deep pass on 4th down and 5, I believe it was, and they went for that touchdown and was overthrown. Even Nix, in my opinion, thought, "Oh man, I had him wide open, overthrew him." Okay. How about the high pass on the first series that was tipped for an interception? Sure, Bo Nix made some great throws, made some good runs, made some good decisions. He made that catch for the only touchdown that the Broncos got, was a trick play. And Bo Nix catches a pass, I believe it was from Cortland Sutton, and gets in the end zone. That's the only Broncos touchdown. Only Broncos touchdown was scored by Bo Nix. Trick play. Was he off? I don't know, Cam. To me, I thought he was. But, you see it from a different angle. I see it from a fan. You see it from an intellectual, really looking at the entire picture. I'm kind of like, this. I just see what I want to see, basically, as a fan. So, yeah, you could be definitely right. Cam Falls Up said the defense was a big culprit of being off. Yeah, defense was off big time. Really, really off. Horribly off. Graham chimed in and said 27-24 Broncos. I think he's talking about what it says under my name, where it says can and will the Broncos, or can and will Denver beat the Chiefs. We'll get into that. Cam follows up, says, "Sure, there were plays, but Bo was the reason they were still in the game." Wow. 41-10, and you're still in the game. Okay. I mean, early on, okay, I'll give it to you, but not when it got 30-something to 10, 28-10, 31. I'm like, no, this is not good. This is not good. All right. Going back, let's hit the second topic, which is the Dennis Allen is fired from the New Orleans Saints. Right? Here it is. After the New Orleans Saints started the season 2-0 and beaten Carolina handily, they have lost 7 straight, and the last loss to the pathetic Carolina Panthers cost Dennis Allen his head coaching job. Some NFL insiders are rumored to say that maybe Allen would be hired to some position by his good friend and former staff member with Sean Payton. Uh-oh. Does the Bronco Nation want Dennis Allen on the Broncos staff anywhere? Consultant? Assistant? Do we want Dennis Allen, a member of the Denver Broncos staff? I don't know. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of NFL insiders that are saying, hey, these two have connections. These two know each other. These two work with each other. But does Broncos country need this? Do we want it? Should it happen? Or should Sean Payton just not pick up the phone, not answer the doorbell, and just turn a blind eye and say, nope, not doing it. All right. Special teams coordinator Darian Rizzi takes over for Allen as the Saints interim head coach. Okay, the bottom line is, what am I getting calls from? Sorry, guys. The bottom line is, do we want Dennis Allen on the Broncos staff? I personally do not. Why? What's he going to bring? Okay, Sean Payton knows him. They worked before together. So what does that mean? Does that mean we should bring him on board? I don't think so. I don't want that to happen. No. Why? No need for it. But man, starting out 2-0 and losing 7 straight and then losing to Carolina after you blew the doors off them the first time you played them in the first 2 games. Wow. What the heck changed, man? And I know Derek Carr has been injured. I get that. That has a lot to do with it. But as a head coach, you're always going to take the fall. You're not going to fire the team. You're not going to get rid of players. Well, some teams do. But you're not going to do that as a general norm. General norm, you're just going to get rid of the head coach and start from there because it's the head coach's problem and the head coach's fault that players are injured and you don't have the proper backups to fill the spot. Denver's had to deal with that in past years, but they always get rid of the head coach. I don't know why. I don't. I mean, if you don't have the personnel to do the job, how is that the head coach's fault? And to me, that's the general manager's fault for not getting the better backups. Okay, and I know I've gone around with Madungus on this with Denver and in regarding the Broncos and stuff, but I mean, that's because I'm a fan of the Broncos, and I think everybody that wears orange or blue is a starting player. And that's just me. I'm a fan. Okay, everybody should be great, but I get it. But you fire the head coach because who else are you going to get rid of? I can get rid of Derek Carr. He's injured. It's not his fault. Well, might have been if he ran the wrong way or got injured because he didn't slide or something. I don't know. But whatever. That's beside the point. Dennis Allen, I don't want him in Denver. I don't want him in Denver. All right. Back to the comments real quick before going on to the next topic. Okay. Graham Parker says it was a defense allowing 14 points from 1 minute left in the second quarter to the start of the second half. That's true. That's very, very true. Defense was just pathetic, man. Key couldn't stop anybody. I mean, I don't even know why the guy was in the game after some of the pathetic pass defenses that he didn't defend. I don't know why he was still there. I know PJ Locke is injured, and I get that, and that's why. But you got to have somebody else, man. You just can't have one guy. And if he's a dud, you got to be able to have somebody else to come in and step in, switch sides, do whatever you got to do. Man, yeah, that was an ugly game. That was just an ugly game. It was hard to do in the neighborhood too. It was hard to do, man. Yeah, just an ugly game. And I'll get into it, but we go from the pan to the fry. We go from the stove to the frying pan. Kansas City is 2 days away. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Let's see. Facebook user says, "Man, they trying to turn the Broncos into Denver Saints. We don't need no more Saints on our team." I agree. Facebook user also follows up by saying, "But is Dennis Allen defense? The Saints lost all their starters." Yeah, but like I said, you're not going to get rid of players. You're just not. That's just not going to happen. So coaches always take the fall, and Dennis Allen being the head coach, sometimes teams fire the coordinators. They did that in Vegas. They fired the Raiders. I believe it was an offensive coordinator. Yeah, fired the Raiders offensive coordinator. So a lot of times they'll fire the coordinators, instead of the head coach. But in this case, the Saints fired the head coach. Okay, I don't know. A lot of owners do things differently, depending on situation. But that's what happened to Dennis Allen, the Saints. He's out. He's out. And Rizzi is the special teams coordinator. He is now the interim head coach for the New Orleans Saints. All right. Main topic of the show is this. Baron Browning, Broncos edge rusher, was traded to the Arizona Cardinals for a 6th round draft pick in 2025. 6th round? Really? I know he's been injured. I know he hasn't played all that much. But 6th round to me seems a little down. Maybe a 5th. Maybe I would take it a 5th. Maybe a late 4th. A 6th? All right, let me get into it. Here it is. The Denver Broncos have traded edge rusher Baron Browning to the Arizona Cardinals per Tom Pelissero for a 6th round pick. Browning said of the trade, and I quote, "I saw it coming. I was just ready for it to be done and just get a fresh start, show what I can do. I know I'm a starter in this league, and I know I can play at a high level, so I'm excited about the opportunity to do that here in Arizona," end quote. Okay? More power to you. More power to you, Browning. Wish you all the best. Just not when we play you, if we play you down the road. Just not then. But, I like Browning. The problem of it is he just couldn't stay on the field. He had injuries. He says he knows he's a starter. He wasn't really a starter on the Broncos as of late. He was replaced primarily by Jonathan Cooper, which is my next topic, because why isn't Cooper on the topic? All right, I'll keep it under the Browning one. So he was replaced by Jonathan, not replaced, but replaced, so to speak. Yeah, by Jonathan Cooper, who is the Broncos' main starter in place of Browning. The Broncos felt that they could get a draft pick. They could send Browning to another team that needed an edge rusher and with experience and all that. So Jonathan Cooper and Baron Browning, both former Ohio State players, are now on different teams with Browning going to the Cardinals. All right. So that takes me to the next topic, which is not in the sidebar, so to speak, of topics, but I'm gonna bring it in there because it coincides with the Baron Browning. Before I get to that, back to the chat. Let's see. Let's see. Facebook user says, Bill, they got me under FB user. Oh, it's Kamani. I wonder why they got you under Facebook, dude. Hey, Kamani, what's up, dude? Nice to have you in chat. That's weird, man, that you're under Facebook user in Facebook. That's weird. That's really glad to have you, Kamani. Glad I know it's you, so I won't call you Facebook user anymore. So that's awesome, man. Rui Torres, my brother-in-law from Vegas, says Denver being the Chiefs. I think not, sir. We'll get into that. I'll give you my opinion right next to the end of the show, and we'll see how many people agree with that. All right. Kamani says under Facebook user. Kamani says a 6th round is good. The Broncos had to get rid of him for something. Yeah, true. I mean, he's injury prone. He hasn't been able to stay on the field very long for very many games for an entire season. So, yeah, it's a shame, though, because like I said many, many times, guys, I don't like seeing any Bronco players leave. Only a few that I've wanted to leave and a few that I've never wanted the Broncos to have or be on the team. That being said, majority of the time, I don't want Bronco players to leave because they're Bronco players. Don't go to another team and be better or even as good, but primarily better. Don't go there and be better. I don't want that. It's like when Shannon Sharp left the Broncos and went to the Ravens, speaking of the Ravens, and won the Super Bowl. I was happy for him because he gave his Super Bowl 32 ring to his brother. Was it 33 ring? I think it was his 33 ring. Anyways, he gave it to his brother, and he goes, "Don't worry, little bro. I'll get me another." Oh, that's what it was. He gave his Super Bowl 32 ring to Sterling Sharp, and then he won Super Bowl 33 and kept that ring for himself, obviously, because he won it. And then he goes to the Ravens and wins the Super Bowl with the Ravens. So was I happy that he was gone? No, I didn't want him, Sharp gone. I was happy for him that he won a ring again, 3rd one, but not for him leaving. I don't like Bronco players leaving. I just don't. Okay, that's just me. All right, I don't like it. Some players, yes. When we traded Clinton Portis to the Redskins, yes, they were the Redskins back then. Clinton Portis to the Redskins, and we got Champ Bailey. Yeah, that was a Bronco win, man. That was a Bronco win. I love that trade. Love that trade because I never really liked Clinton Portis. I know a lot of people say, "What? You kidding me? Didn't like Clinton Portis?" No, I really didn't. Don't know why. I don't know why. I just never really liked him. Never really liked him. Okay. Karen Parker says Broncos basically chose Cooper over Browning. All right, Cam, let me ask you this. In your opinion, do you think that was a good move to keep Cooper and let Browning go? Or should we have kept both? And why not keep both? All right. So let me know what you think in the chat, man. I really do appreciate it. All right. Okay. D-Rock is in the chat. Says, Big Bill. I said, what's up, Big D-Rock? What's happening, man? Says the Mile High Broncos is going to shock the world. And he's referring to Kansas City in 2 days. Okay. All right. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I would love that, man. I would absolutely love it. Do I see it? Do I envision it? Wait till it's this way, Bill. It's that way, Bill. Right there. Wait till right there. Wait till Broncos and Chiefs game prediction. Then you'll see. All right. Okay. What do you mean I'm buzzing again, man? This is a good show. I'm having a good time. Rudy says, "Hey, Bill, you're buzzing it, man. I'm on fire, dude. I'm loving this show. Good topics, good chat. Excited about the Avalanche game tomorrow night at home against the Carolina Panthers. And excited for the Bronco game on the road at Kansas City, an early Broncos game, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Excited for that? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend, man. Really, really good weekend. Kamani says, yes, I agree. The Chiefs will get their first loss. Okay. All right, man. All right. Okay. Now, on the heels of the Baron Browning topic, this is a follow-up. Here it is. Minutes after the Broncos traded Browning to the Cardinals, they agreed to terms on an extension with Jonathan Cooper, per Adam Schefter report. It's a 4-year deal for the 7th-round pick who has emerged as a starter for Denver. The deal is worth $60 million with $33 million guaranteed. Congratulations, Cooper. Congratulations. Absolutely well worth it. I just don't like not having Browning because I just feel that, you have to have players in the system that know the system, that's played in the system, that is familiar with it. Now you don't have Browning as a backup in certain situations, maybe a starter in certain situations, heaven forbid an injury to Cooper, but you never know. You never know. Look at some of the players the Broncos don't have on the team anymore. Josie Jewell, Jerry Jeudy, Justin Simmons. Just saying, guys. Just saying, they're doing well on other teams. Now, do we hear about the other teams, how great those teams are doing? Not necessarily, but it's a team sport. Football is a team sport. It's not golf, dude. It's not player against course or even player against player. It's not like tennis. This is a team sport. It's not one-on-one. It's not mano-a-mano. Okay? It's not. So one player could be doing great, but the rest of the team isn't. You're not going to really hear about it. So does that mean that Justin Simmons isn't playing well, or Josie Jewell, or Jerry Jeudy, or Tim Patrick in Detroit? Yeah, that team, that receiver on that team who's in first place in the NFC, what do they call that? NFC North. Yeah, that Detroit team, that Tim Patrick we had and let go. Yeah, that irritates me. It will irritate me forever because Tim Patrick should never have been released. Never, ever. And there's a lot of people out there that wanted Courtland Sutton gone and keep Tim Patrick. I said, are you out of your freaking mind? And they go, why? You don't want to keep Tim Patrick? I said, that's not it. I said, what is it? Is I want to keep Tim Patrick and Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Nope. Jerry Jeudy, okay. Jerry Jeudy, I could part ways with. Tim Patrick, not a freaking chance. And yet we did. I didn't want to get rid of Justin Simmons. And yet we did. I'm not the GM. I'm not the head coach. I'm not the owners that signed off on it. I'm just a fan that's frustrated because we got rid of some great players that would even make Bo Nix better. You don't think Tim Patrick and Courtland Sutton and Mims and Franklin would make this team better by having Tim Patrick back on the team? You don't think that'd make the Bronco team better? If you don't, you're out there smoking something, dude. Because I'm telling you the truth. Tim Patrick, Courtland Sutton, maybe not Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick, Courtland Sutton, Troy Franklin, Mims. Yeah. Yep. What's the other one? Vele? Yeah. Tim Patrick makes this team better. Makes it elite because of his speed. It's in Detroit. Detroit's in first place. There you go. There you go. What can I say, guys? What can I say? Anyways, Kamai says, Bill, they got medication for you being on fire. What do they got? Because I need it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I don't know. I'm giddy. I'm giddy tonight. I don't know why Avalanche lost last night, 1-0. That was gave up a goal in the first under 2 minutes to start the period. Never scored. Hellebuck is a hell of a goalie, to use part of his name. Broncos game is Sunday. Avalanche game against the Hurricanes is tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe it's the holiday season. Maybe it's because I love football. I love hockey. I love holidays. Thanksgiving's around the corner. Gonna have the son, daughter-in-law, and grandkids over for Thanksgiving. It's gonna be great. And then, you know, my granddaughter's birthday is tomorrow. She turns 8. I can't believe it. She turns 8 tomorrow. Oh my gosh. My grandson's birthday is December 5th. He turns 13. Oh my gosh, a teenager. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling giddy. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling I'm in a good mood, guys. I'm in a good mood. So if there is medication for it, no, I was going to say dedication. If there's medication for it, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just a good feeling, man. I do look like Santa Claus. Oh, because of my. Thanks, Kamani. Got a little bit of beard. How about this? A Santa Claus in training? Well, I don't have the belly, I don't think. But hey, what can I say, man? What can I say? All right. Let's go to the next topic. I got 1, 2. This is the third to the last topic. Getting into that will be. I already did the huge loss, so we're jumping over that, and we're doing the playoff picture. All right, here it is. There we go. Denver is still in the playoff picture, barely. Let me get off of this real quick. Hey, wait a minute. Before I start this, Kamani says, Bill, send me some of what you're drinking. Dude, I haven't drank any. I got water right here, man. I'm telling you, I'm in a great mood. I really am. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't work today. I had today off. I took care of some things that I had to get taken care of. Was able to smoke some chicken wings right before the show. Had several out there where I am smoking them. And no, Rudy, they do not fit in a pipe. You don't put them in a pipe. You put them on your grill and you smoke them, okay? With smoke, not in a pipe. Anyways, so I had some of those before the show. When the show's over, I'm going to have some more of them, and maybe some green beans or something on the side. But yeah. And then whatever's left over, I'll take to work tomorrow and eat those. So yeah, that's why I'm not drinking anything there, Kamani. Just enjoy. Like I said, I don't know why I'm in this happy-go-lucky, giddy mood. I really don't. Kamani says, okay, Bill, smoking chicken. Okay, drug test. Kamani, that's good, man. That's really good. Rudy says I got laid. I didn't get laid, dude. I didn't. I just cuddled with my wife, because I didn't have to work today. So I cuddled in the morning and, just, enjoying each other's company. I mean, maybe that's the reason. Maybe I love that. Maybe I love the day off in between, because I worked Wednesday, Thursday, had today off. I work tomorrow. Maybe that's in between break where I can kind of, instead of going 4 days straight at the work, do 2 days, a day off, kind of some cuddle time. I don't know, but I really am in a good mood. I really am. Doing great. Speaking of doing great, Kamani says, how's the mother-in-law? She's doing good. Still dealing with the puppy. And my wife calls the puppy devil dog. She's a puppy. She's a terrible, but she's a cute thing. Really, really cute thing. All right, let's get back to the topic, which is a playoff picture. And here it is. At halfway through the 2024 NFL season, the Denver Broncos are hanging, say that strongly, hanging onto the last spot at number 7 because of the loss to Baltimore. We were the 5th seed, okay? You got 3 division winners, you got 4 wild cards, okay? Or is it 4 division winners? 4 division winners. Yeah, 4 division winners, 3 wild cards, okay? So, the number 1 division winner with the best record has a bye. 3 division winners play the 3 wild cards, right? Denver had the number 5 spot, the top of the wild card, but they lost to Baltimore, so now it's flipped. Baltimore's now the number 5 seed. Denver's number 7, hanging on for dear life. Let me continue. The top 7 teams are Kansas City, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh. Houston. Those are the 4 division leaders right now. Here are the 3 wild cards. Baltimore, number 5. Dang, I hate to say this. Chargers, number 6. Denver, number 7. Indianapolis and Cincinnati are just a half game behind Denver due to their byes. There you go, guys. There you go. Most people don't have the Broncos making the playoffs this year. And frankly, I don't either because I said they were going to go 9-8. I don't think 9-8 gets you a playoff berth. I'm not too sure that 10-7 does. It may, but I'm not guaranteed that. And I don't think anybody else is because we're playing 17 games now and not 14 or 16. That being said, Denver is barely hanging on because we have a buzzsaw this Sunday. We're going from the fire to the frying pan, so to speak. In playing Baltimore, and then going to Kansas City and playing the Chiefs this coming Sunday, 2 days from tonight. Does Denver have a chance? Look at what it says right down here, guys. I put on there, can or will Denver beat the Chiefs? Can we beat the Chiefs? Sure we can. We beat them last year. Will we beat the Chiefs? I don't know. We had lost to them, 16 games in a row prior to beating them last year? We didn't beat them last year in Kansas City, guys. We beat them last year in Denver. This game is in Kansas City. Did the Broncos beat the Chiefs in Kansas City? I don't know. Why don't we get to that topic right after I get to the comment line? Here it is. Okay, so Kamani says we got to make the playoffs. Anything else is a losing season. Wow. Kamani, I cannot go quite that far. And here's why I say that. With all due respect, I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your passion. I just can't agree with it for a few reasons. First, Bo Nix is a rookie. First year under Sean Payton. First year with this offense. First year in the NFL. First year, with this experience. Okay? So that kind of holds me back. Second, we have a young team. The Broncos have a very young team. And I'm not sold on the fact that these young players can just all of a sudden, turn on a dime. To me, it doesn't work that way. It's a progress. Is this a Broncos rebuild? Some people have said it's a rebuild team. Quite a few people have said that I converse with. Do I think the Broncos are in a rebuild? To some degree, not completely torn down, but to some degree, yes. Do I think the Broncos, if they don't make the playoffs, they considered a losing and wasted season? I don't think so. I really don't. But I do think that if they do make the playoffs, I'm not certain that we're going deep in the playoffs. I don't know. Who knows? We're halfway through the season. I have no idea. Broncos are 5-4. If we duplicate that on the second half and we go 11-8, 11-8. Well, 11-8 is 19. Can't go 11-8, Bill. So we double what we have. We're 5-4. So we go 10-9. That's only 19. The 10-9. Bill, we're 5-4. Get it right. That would be 10-8. That's 18. There's now 18 games. So you can't do that. So 10-7. I don't know. I don't know what number you have to be at to make the playoffs. Maybe 9-8 does it. I don't think so. 10-7, more likely. 11-6, yeah. 11-6 will definitely get you in the playoffs. Playoffs or losing season, Kamani? I don't know. I don't know. I say 9-8. We haven't had a winning season in 8 years. I say 9-8. That would not and missing the playoffs. That would, to me, would not be a losing season because it'd be a winning season because we won more games than we lost. So, so that's Brian Browning. What's going on, man? New person in the chat. Brian Browning chimes in, says, I wasn't traded. No, that was Baron Browning. Okay. Kamai says, you said Pittsburgh's number 3. I know Russell Wilson is saying to himself, look at me now. I know. I was going to bring that in, Kamani, about Pittsburgh being number 3 seed. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't even want to talk about Russell Wilson anymore because it's just it's how he was with the Broncos, and I know he's not the starting per se quarterback in Pittsburgh. That's Justin Fields, but he has started. Russell Wilson has started some games. Yeah, it's just frustrating to me that Russell Wilson is on a team that's undoubtedly going to go to the playoffs. He may end up with another Super Bowl ring. Who knows? What can you say, guys? What can you say? Okay. Now, Kamai says, then you got Atlanta after that. Shake my head. Yeah, we have Pittsburgh. Excuse me, Pittsburgh. We have Baltimore, we lost. We have Kansas City in 2 days, followed by Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta's not going to be easy either. Atlanta's not going to be easy at all. They have, what's his name? Come on, man. Came from the Vikings. Kirk Cousins. They have Kirk Cousins. And, he's not, I wouldn't put him elite, but he's a heck of a quarterback. They got some weapons on that team. Not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. Kamani follows that up by saying he said the Broncos will be 10-7. Wow. Okay, I'll give you that. I mean, I have them at 9-8. So all they have to do is win a game that I thought they'd lose to. So that's very that's very doable. Being 5-4 right now, they could go 10-7. They very well could go 10-7. We have the Chiefs twice. We have the Chargers again, and we have the Raiders again. We also have Atlanta. We also have Cleveland. We got them. I think we also have Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'm not sure if we have Cincinnati. But anyways, it's not going to be an easy road, guys. Not going to be an easy road. All right. Next to the last topic is this one right here. Broncos Chiefs prediction. And the reason why I'm not doing this last, which I probably could, but the chasing DT one is also a tribute to DT in a way. And it's also on the heels of the Broncos Chiefs game of what Sutton could do in that game to equal DT. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Let's get into this one right now. All right, here we go. Broncos at Chiefs prediction. Just like last week, this game is a statement game. And why do I say this is a statement game? Because last week was a statement game to the Ravens to say, hey, if we beat you, we own tiebreakers. We own tiebreaker head-to-head, and we own tiebreaker in conference. Well, guess what? The Broncos didn't show up. They were DNC, did not compete. Or I should say, did not be competitive. That would be DNBC. DNBC? Or whatever. Wasn't competitive. They weren't. I mean, they did what they could, but their defense was porous. They were horrific on fourth down. I've mentioned this all before. I'm not going to rehash that. You want to know what I said? Go back and watch the show at the very beginning. That's what I started out with, and then you'll get my perspective. But it was a statement game. The Broncos had to send a statement to the Ravens, and they didn't do it. Now it's a statement game in regards to the Chiefs. Why? Because it is a divisional game. It is a rival game. It is a statement game to the division and a statement game to the conference as well as the league. Here it is. Denver can send a strong message to not only the AFC West, but the entire conference and league. What do I think is going to happen in this game? Well, the Broncos haven't beaten the Chiefs in Arrowhead in 8 years. That's look it up, guys. It's a fact. Have not beaten the Chiefs in Arrowhead in 8 years. 8 games. The Broncos beat the Chiefs last year in Denver, not in Kansas City. Do the Broncos win this game in Kansas City and snap that losing streak on the road against them? I don't think so. I hope so. But after watching the Broncos Baltimore game last week on the road in Baltimore, and that pathetic defense and just horrible offense with a trick play that got the only touchdown for Denver, do I think the Broncos can beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead? Come on, man. Really? You really think I'm going to say that Denver's going to beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead after last week's performance? Sure, they could do a 180. Do I think they will? Hopefully. I hope I'm wrong. I say that every week when I pick the Broncos to lose. I don't pick them to lose because I want them to. I'm just saying how I see it. What I feel at the time that I'm doing the show. I may change my mind if the Broncos jump out to a 14-0 lead on Sunday. Probably will change my mind. But as of right now, I can't see that. Are the Chiefs better than the Ravens? Madungus Creevy doesn't think so. But the Chiefs are 7-0. Or excuse me, 8-0. Do I think the Chiefs are better than anybody else in the league? Well, when you're 8-0, you haven't lost. I guess you're better than anybody else. So until they lose, I have to say they're the best team, and they're also the reigning Super Bowl champions. That being said, how can you say they're not the best? You can. You can say, well, they're not having a really great season. Doesn't matter. They're winning. That's all that you have to do is win to advance down the line. People don't care how you do it. They really don't. They just care that you win and that you won. I mean, I could go back and look at the World Series. The Dodgers had no business winning that World Series. The Yankees had that game won in game one, but gave up a grand slam to Freeman, who was eventually most valuable player of the World Series, and rightfully so. And the Dodgers won that game. They should never have won. And then they win game 5 when what's the name in center field? Center field. Come on, man. I can't think of the name for the Yankees. Anyways, puts a glove there, takes his eye off. Dodgers score 5 runs, end up winning the game. They had no business winning. So, yes, things happen. But when you're on a hot streak, I mean, sure, the Chiefs could sit there and go, wow, we really didn't deserve to win this game, but we did. That's the bottom line, winning the game. People don't care how you do it. Just do it. Don't cheat. That's illegal. I'm not advocating cheating, but legitimately on the field, yes. Take advantage of mistakes, and that's what the Ravens did. Broncos need to take advantage of mistakes by the Chiefs, which are very few and far between. Remember, they also have Travis Kelce. He may not be the Travis Kelce of old, but he's Travis Kelce. He gets open. Okay? They have Patrick Mahomes. Oh, yeah, the guy's a magician. Throws with his right hand, his left hand, behind the back, between his legs, like a basketball. Whatever he's got to do, the guy does it. He's amazing. Can the Broncos create disadvantages concerning the Chiefs? And can they capitalize on any mistakes if there are any? Don't commit turnovers, Denver. Don't commit ridiculous penalties. Don't take timeouts because you play clock or whatever. Don't make mistakes, horrible, catastrophic mistakes. Sure, they're going to make mistakes. Every team does. Don't make the critical, catastrophic mistakes like interceptions or fumbles or, 3rd and 1 and you have a holding penalty. Don't make stupid penalties, okay? You ready? Don't make them. Don't do it. I mean, that's all I can say. Final score that I have for this game, you guys aren't going to like it. I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. Final score, Kansas City 30, Denver 21. That's all I have on that score, guys. 30-21. Why? Denver gave up 41 to the Ravens. I don't think they're going to hold the Chiefs down under 30 points. Denver's 21 points. I think they get 21 because the Chiefs defense gives up some yardage and they give up points. I just think that Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, the Kansas City fans playing on the road after the loss to the Ravens, I just don't see the Broncos bouncing back and shutting down the Chiefs. I hope they do. I hope I'm wrong. I just don't see it. Okay? All right? I'm not saying I want the Broncos to lose because I don't. I'm just saying how I feel based on what I saw last week and the fact that the Chiefs are 8-0. I mean, come on, man. Facts don't lie. Stats don't lie. Okay? I'm not trying to be negative Nancy. I'm not. I'm being honest. People call me a Debbie Downer. I'm not. I'm a realist. And when the facts hit you smack dab in the face, you can't sit there and go, hey, well, sky ain't blue. Come on. Facts don't lie. The sky is blue. The earth is round. The Broncos are 5-4 and they got their butt kicked last week. Those are facts. Okay? Just going on facts. All right. Let me go back to the chat real quick before I go to the last topic of the show. Okay. Rudy Torres from Vegas, my brother-in-law, goes, DNC. Ah! No, not Democratic National Convention. Did not compete. All right. Kamani says, I predicted the Broncos lose. I see 30-27, but if they win, I see 30-27. So, Kamani, you see 30-27 is what you're saying. Got it. 30-27. Denver wins 30-27. Chiefs win 30-27. There you go. Go to Vegas and put your bet on that one. I get it. That's it. Aaron Judge. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. Aaron Judge. I still don't understand. I know he thought the runner at second was gonna tag up and run to third, and he wanted to cut him down. I get that. I understand that. But when you're up by 5, what do you care about one runner getting to third base? But when he opened the floodgates and the error, oh man, that's what I'm talking about. You got to take advantage of miscues. And if the Broncos can get any type of miscues from the Chiefs, they have to capitalize. And I don't mean field goals. I mean touchdowns. I mean long, sustained drive. Eat up that clock. Get a touchdown. Not a punt. Heaven forbid, not a punt. Not a field goal, even though field goals are points. You need a touchdown. Because I'm telling you, Kansas City is going to score touchdowns. Kansas City is going to score touchdowns. And if we don't have PJ Locke back and we have Key out there again, Key is going to be destroyed. Key destroyed. No doubt about it. He looked horrible against the Ravens. And Patrick Mahomes is going to pick him apart if he's out there. And it might not even be 30 points. It might be closer to 70 like we saw that Dolphins lost the last year. Just saying, guys. Just saying. All right. D-Rock says 19-16 Denver. Wow. Low-scoring game. Defensive battle pretty much, huh? Very few touchdowns. Wow. Okay. All right. That sounds good. I'll go with that. I like it. I like it, D-Rock. All right. Last topic for tonight. I don't know why. Every time, man, I get so wound up, my voice starts going. All right. Okay. So last topic is chasing Demaryius Thomas, the late Demaryius Thomas. Man, I'll tell you what, I still miss that guy. Still miss that guy. All right. Here it is, guys. And thank each and every one of you for being here for a little over an hour. Really do appreciate it on a busy Friday night, long weekend for a lot of you people out there. You got Saturday, Sunday, and Veterans Day on Monday. Just want to have a quick shout out to each and every veteran, those that have served, those are still serving, those that are retired, and those that passed away with family members that are the surviving family members of any American U.S. veteran. My hat goes off to you. And I thank each and every one of you for your service, for your commitment to this great country, United States of America, and for each and every one of you out there with family members that are surviving your greatest sacrifice, your life. Thank you so very much to each and every one of you serving this great country and protecting us from outside conflicts and for those within our own borders. My hat goes off to you. Thank America. Thank veterans for your great service. Thank you. All right. Didn't mean came spontaneous, guys. I'm a huge patriotic person. Love this country. My dad was a World War II vet. He was in charge of liberating the concentration camps in Germany. He wouldn't tell me anything about it. He didn't want me to have those memories. But yeah, I grew up under a World War II vet father, and I'm forever grateful that I have that love for this country that he had, and just really do admire each and every veteran out there, whether it's in the military or it's in the police force, the fire department, the medical field, the hospitals, all of those who serve those American citizens, in their various fields. Really, really do appreciate it. All right, here we go, guys. Last topic of the show tonight. Here we go. Heading into the Week 10 game at Kansas City, Courtland Sutton can become the first Broncos receiver to have 3 straight 100-yard receiving games, which would equal Demaryius Thomas's performance in 2014. 2014, holy smokes, 10 years ago? Wow, 10 years ago when Peyton Manning was throwing those passes to Demaryius Thomas and just lighting up that offense. Man, what a great year that was. Demaryius Thomas, I still miss this guy. Still miss him big time. All right, let me continue. Sutton also needs just 2 more touchdowns to tie Emmanuel Sanders' 28, which is the 12th most in Broncos history. Okay, Sutton sits at 26 touchdowns. Not talking about this year, obviously, career. Okay, so if he gets 28, he ties Emmanuel Sanders for the most, for the 12th most touchdowns in Broncos history in a career. I don't know who holds the number 1 spot. I should have looked it up, but I didn't. But yeah, so most importantly, I want Sutton to get 100 yards receiving against Kansas City for 2 reasons. One, he would tie Demaryius Thomas for 3 straight 100-yard receiving games, and more importantly, it would mean the Broncos are doing good things and hopefully scoring a lot of points if Sutton has 100 receiving yards. Although he got 100 receiving yards last week against Baltimore, didn't win the game. So I don't know what that means, but I think that would be really cool if he got that. The name of Demaryius Thomas would come up again in conversation, in the sports media. I think that would be a great thing. I really, really do. DT will always be remembered. Still, I can't believe, that it just can't believe he's gone. Just can't believe he's gone. I know it's been a couple years now. It's just, wow. I think about it. Seems like yesterday. Same with Darian Warren. Darian, what's his name? Come on. Darren Williams. I mean, that happened on New Year's Eve, I believe it was. And that seems like yesterday, but that's been many years ago. Yeah, Darren Williams, man. Javon Walker. That's just tragic. Just tragic. But anyways, I hope Sutton gets it. Like I said, it would be great for for the Broncos as a whole, because hopefully they'd be moving the ball down the field and scoring points. But I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Thanks, guys, each and every one of you, for being in the chat. Before I wrap this up, I'm going back to the chat and the comments. Kamani says, yes, God bless the veterans. Absolutely. And then Kamani follows up by saying, now put your hat back on. Oh, gee, yeah, I know, man. The reflection is, somewhat bright, Kamani says, head looked like a white milk nut. Yeah, I can see that. Gee whiz, man. Kamani wraps it up by saying, I can see the TD for him, but not the 100 yards. You don't think he'll get 100 yards against Kansas City? I mean, could get 100 yards receiving against Kansas City. Is Kansas City defense better than Baltimore's? I mean, Baltimore only gave up 10 points. Well, I can't see Kansas City being better than that. I really can't, but I don't know. But that's a good thought, though, Kalani. That's a really good thought. You see him getting the TDs, but not 100 yards. All right. Well, we'll see what happens come Sunday morning, 10 o'clock Pacific time, here on the West Coast where I live. So we'll definitely find that out. So, until then, hey, none of us knows. I hope he gets it. I really do. I hope he gets 100 yards receiving, and I also hope he gets 2 touchdowns. That'd be fantastic to do it, to get both of those accomplished against the Chiefs in Kansas City. That would be fantastic. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have not, please do so. Hit the thumbs up like it says right. Come on, guys. Come on, get it right there. Right there. It says like and subscribe. Please do that. It just takes a microsecond, to click on the like button, thumbs up. That lets people know how much you like the show, the content, this crazy 66-year-old guy who talks Bronco sports and other sports. I appreciate it. And hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, literally costs you nothing, but it helps out the channel, MHRT, as well as my own network, Broncos Breakdown on YouTube. Really greatly appreciate it, guys. It means the world. Thanks again so much for stopping in, for participating, for listening, for watching, and for being in the chat. Speaking of the chat, I am going to go down the list of those in the chat. If they could take the time to be there, to comment, I can take the time to recognize them one last time. Graham started off followed by Cameron Parker. Thank you so much, guys, for being in the chat. That's followed up by Kamani, even though it says Facebook user. It's Kamani. Really do appreciate it. Thanks so much, Kamani. Going down the list, we have Rudy Torres, my brother-in-law from Vegas. Thanks so much. D-Rock in the chat. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. You guys are the best. You make the show what it is. Make it even better than what it is because you are participating. You're watching, you're subscribing, you're listening, you're in the chat. Guys, you are the best. I could not do it without you. It wouldn't even be the same. It wouldn't even be enjoyable. You guys are the backbone of this show. I really appreciate it each and every week. I do not and never will take you guys for granted. I never do. I miss you when you're not on. I miss you when I don't see you in the chat. I understand life goes on. And when you have the chance and the opportunity to dial up and be in the chat and watch the show every week or when you can, it is well appreciated. Thanks again, guys, so much. Have a wonderful, fantastic weekend. A long weekend, Veterans Day, this coming Monday. Please honor those who have served, protected, and given their life for the freedom of this great nation, United States of America. Till Sunday, neighborhood guys, and next Friday, Broncos Breakdown. Have a fantastic weekend. We will talk to you Sunday morning, Broncos Chiefs game, Broncos neighborhood. Till then, guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Tempo's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle. Wait a